Hey everybody, this is Jansen. Today is Sunday, December 18th, 2016. This is Daily Reflections. I'm kind of on sporadically lately. I've been kind of busy. Cold weather's been getting everybody and everything else. So tonight we're going to give everybody a chance to get on here. And as everybody's getting on, then I will start here very shortly. I'm just waiting for everybody to get on. Everybody's watching the football game and stuff like that right now. So, anyway, I hope everybody's had a good weekend. I hope everybody had a good week this week and everything. I know it was a little icy on Friday. I got stuck on a sheet of ice going from northern Indiana all the way back over to Quincy, Illinois. Best sheet of ice I've ever been on. Made me slow down for a very long time. Yeah, Jay, I don't think you guys get ice storms where you're at, but I can send some ice your way. Alright, while I was on the road and with these ice storms and everything else, it made me really ponder, you know, why do we do the daily reflections? Why do I do what I do? However, while I was on, one of the things I noticed, and of course one of the main reasons, is because 22 veterans every day feel that they no longer have to be amongst us and they take their lives every day. But we also forget about all of our heroes that are out there in today's world, such as police officers, firefighters. And I know I say that same stuff over and over, but look at it like this. Right now in the Midwest, we're being pelted with this cold front, okay? And their highways are nothing but ice. And when you go out there, the only people you're seeing are police officers, tow trucks, truck drivers. You're seeing the city engineers and everything. They're out dropping down salt and cinder, and they're making sure that we can get to work the next day. They're making sure we get home safe. They're making sure to pull us out of the ditches. And those are the police officers, the same ones you're like, oh, every single day. But you need to understand, they're not heroes because they're stopping a bad guy all the time. These people that are out there every day, they're also just helping every single person, making sure we get back to our loved ones safe, that we're making sure that we're on the road. When we go off the road, but here's what they're doing. They're out there every single day. Now, a couple people on here, they're going to laugh at me because they're in the Marine Corps with me. You know, we get like a half of an inch of snow at Camp Lejeune. They shut the entire base down. But that doesn't mean life comes to a standstill. The biggest reason why I say a prayer for these truck drivers, delivery drivers, these police officers, firefighters, EMT people, is because they're out there in weather like this. Weather that Mother Nature sends to us. No government sent us this weather. No military sent us this weather. The weather's caused just by natural events. And they're out there every day making sure that we're safe in it. Now, around here, you know, we take for granted until this weather comes, and all of a sudden your car goes off on the side of the road. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to depend on? It's usually going to be a sheriff's department, police department, you know. The EMTs are going to help you out in the fire departments. How many houses so far, just around our area, have already burnt down because people aren't listening to the fire marshals? They're not listening to the firemen saying, hey, look, you got to be careful with your space heaters. Okay? And you really do. So let's keep them in our prayers every single night. And let's make sure that we know that how important they are. And even, I'm sorry, I turn on the daily news. I don't see anybody sitting there patting one of these guys that are out there on the ice, dumping salt on the back, saying, good job. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys, men and women out there, good job for being in this weather when it is terrible out. I don't want to be out in it, and you guys have to be. And you guys do not get paid enough to be out in it, but you're still out there. So thank you very much. Thank you for always protecting us. Now, for all the men and women in the military that are active duty, you know, thank you. We appreciate you guys. And we're going to always keep you guys in our prayers because you guys are all heroes. There's a reason why these people are heroes. I keep telling you, heroes are not the ones that are always catching the bad guys. Heroes are the ones that do for others, yet they give up stuff for themselves, okay? How many of those men and women that we know have kids at home, families at home, they're fighting through their own problems, but they're coming to help us with our own problems, okay? So daily reflections is to reflect on the daily activities of everybody's needs in everyday life. When was the last time you shook the hands or smiled and said thank you to the cash register that rung you out with your groceries, or said thank you to the person that you went through McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King line? When was the last time you sent a Christmas card to your mechanic, so your mechanic knew, hey, I really appreciate you getting my car up and going, thank you very much? What I'm saying is, it's good to be kind. It doesn't take much to have a kind word, a kind gesture. It doesn't take much to smile, you know, show your teeth, show your gums, whatever you got to show. I don't care. Yes, I'm from the Midwest. Yes, I know people from the South and the North and everybody else. I don't care if you got gums, teeth, dentures, whatever, show them. Smile, be grateful, be thankful. I guarantee you that whatever's going on now will pass, okay? Now, one of my good buddies, Ray, who was nice enough to invite me into his prayer group, he taught me something. You know, we always sit there and we always say, pray to God, you know, God this, God that, and we need to do that. But why does God give us the problems that he puts in front of us? We ask everybody, can you please pray to God takes us out of this problem right now? No, God put us in the middle of an ocean for a reason. So we can swim out of the ocean, not so a helicopter can come rescue us. Now, I only use that as an analogy. You know, we sometimes when we get sick, we're like, oh, I wish I wasn't sick. But you know what? Maybe there's a bigger reason for us getting sick. He compared stuff going on like over in Africa with the starving kids and everything else. Now, do I ever want to see a child starve? Never. But on the other hand, God would not put that on top of somebody that could not get out of it. And so we need to pray that they get strength and they have the strength to get through it, not to take them immediately out of it. Okay? There's plans for all of us. There's reasons for all of us, whether you're religious or not. We all have a path in the journey that we fall upon. We go outside these doors. You know, you could be going 5 miles an hour and still slip all over the highway and end up in a ditch. That person that comes pulls you out of the ditch probably did not want to pull you out of the ditch today. But guess what? If you were nice to and everything else, you just made a new friend, a new ally, a new person to actually that you never knew before. Or maybe it was just an old friend or companion. Now, while the weather's bad and everything else, we need to check on our friends and our family that are elderly or young to make sure that the heaters are working okay, to make sure they're not slipping on the ice, to make sure that they are okay. You know, this is also cold and flu season. You know, everybody wants to go immediately to the emergency room because they got a cold or flu. Well, you want to know something? Where the germs are the most is right there in that emergency room. And you know what? You're going to get those nurses sick. And those nurses, they have to go home to their families and everything also. Look, if it's not an emergency, don't go. I should not be saying that, but remember, I'm not an expert on anything, okay? I'm just saying that if you know that you've got a cold or you've got the flu, stay home and get yourself back together and make yourself better, okay? Now, daily reflections. Like I said, I just keep saying this over and over because, like I said, I got a beautiful daughter who just had her Christmas pageant the other day. And, you know, I actually drove from Northern Indiana down to Quincy. I went up there that morning to go visit some friends and do some business and everything. And I needed to be back here for her Christmas pageant. I'm glad I was. She was beautiful in the Christmas pageant. Everybody that had children in there, they all did an outstanding, wonderful job. You can look on my Facebook and you can see it. Jen's Dance Academy did an outstanding job. I know there's other dance academies that got their Christmas pageants going on. And these kids, they pour their heart and soul into this stuff. You know, remember, a kid's job is to play. A kid's a toddler or teenager, whatever, their job is to dance or to do their sports. That's their job. We need to support them with whatever they do. And I'll always support my daughter, and I'll always support you and your kids and whatever you do, okay? But remember, get to these events. Make sure to watch them, you know. Jen's Dance kind of gave the money back to our local library, which I thought that was very awesome of her, for the money they took in to help, you know, kids. They have different programs and stuff over at our local library for kids, and I've taken my daughter and her sister over to them, and they're great programs. Now, I'm not advertising for that. I'm just saying, do more for your community. Do what you can. You know, things don't all cost money. Okay, being nice to somebody does not cost money. Saying a prayer for somebody doesn't cost money. You know, calling up a friend out of the blue. I watch my friends every day lose jobs, they get jobs, and I'm very proud of them that they never give up. So what I'm telling you right now is in life, don't give up. Keep reaching for your goals every day. Keep going forward hard, okay? You know, get a whiteboard if you have to. Write down your goals. Write down what you want to do. Write down your reasons why, and then not only beat them, then start another one. You know, everybody thinks their dreams are dead or the best times are behind them. They're not. Your best times are in front of you. You just have to keep moving forward for them, okay? If you're looking for work or looking to make some extra money or everything else, there's all kinds of things you can do. Give me a call. I'll show you a couple things you can do. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here so that you can help others understand how great everybody are, because there's a lot of people out there that are depressed. There's a lot of people out there that have family members with terminal illnesses. There's a lot of people out there today that are hurting that normally wouldn't be hurting. But the thing about it is they have to learn to celebrate the person that's still here. They have to learn to take advantage of all the time they have while the people are still here and active. They have to understand to hold on to hope, because that hope can give you a couple more hours, a couple more days, a couple more years. Okay? My mom, when I was younger, was diagnosed with cancer. It took her in less than 3 months. Okay? That wasn't even enough time to say goodbye, but our technology has come so far, and our prayers are being answered every single day to those that died before us. That was what their mission was. Now people are living longer. They're fighting breast cancer. They're fighting colon cancer. They're fighting muscular dystrophy, and they're winning. I got a good friend by the name of Pat. He was supposed to be in a wheelchair years and years ago. He always tells me this story. And he is still not in a wheelchair, and he's got muscular dystrophy. He's probably the nicest guy in the entire world you can ever meet. And he was a professor, or he was a teacher of mine, and he taught me a lot throughout the years. He's still around, live kicking today. And he's probably one of the nicest guys you go. But if you look at him and his struggle, you can also see that he has beat the odds. So don't ever think you can't beat the odds. Or if the person doesn't, you need to celebrate them when they're gone. You need to celebrate their life and who they were, and you then have to keep moving forward. There's a lot of people out there with depression. There's a lot of vets out there that PTSD. There's a lot of our men and women in the military. But what we need to do is not necessarily give money. It's the idea of just being nice to them. It's the idea of holding out your hand. The idea of open up your heart, open up your ears, listen to them. They're not going to reach out to you. We need to reach out to them. And it's not just them. It's those that have depression that aren't military. There's a lot of people out there that are sad, upset. They don't feel they're good enough. They don't feel like they're strong enough. They don't know where they're going with life. There's a lot of people that have drinking problems that don't realize they don't need that bottle to drink, but for some reason it's the only way they can take their mind off things. So we have to let them know that they don't have to drink so much. They don't have to drink at all. There's other people out there that are taking all kinds of pain meds because they go to their doctor. Now, they might have a prescription for it, but they don't need to take them. They're taking them because they've convinced the doctor, they've convinced themselves that if I don't take this antidepressant or all these pills, if I don't keep popping pills, then I can't do anything with my life. And now they're addicted. And now all of a sudden they're ruining their lives because of prescription pain medications and stuff. I see this stuff every day from my own friends and from people that I know and from people that are around and from the military. There are people out there that could get through this. Not everybody, and I understand that they need counseling and they need help. But look at it like this. There's some, you don't know who they are. They can get through it with just a simple, kind word. They can get through it if they know that somebody else is on their side, that's on their team. That if there's somebody else that shakes their hand and says, hey, I love you, man. Great job. There are those people out there. And you want to know something? The majority of them could probably get through their problems if they knew there was somebody else there that's willing to let them know it's okay and they can move forward. So every day in life, religious or not, I say that because I know there's people on here, they'll turn me off because I'll start bringing up religion or something like that. And because, oh, I don't believe in God. And all, that's great. You have your freedom to believe whatever you want to believe, and I will always protect and respect that. Me personally, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus Christ, and I believe in letting my friends and family and everybody around me know who He is. But one thing I also know is kindness saves lives. You know, being a bully does not save a life. Being a prick does not save a life. Being somebody that's going to be, oh, I can do this, or I can kick anybody's ass, or I got a big old gun on my shotgun hip, and all this other stuff. No. That doesn't save lives. That just causes more problems. Don't worry, I'm all for the Second Amendment. Don't let anybody bark at me just yet. I'm just saying there's those people out there. Let me ask you this. Those that we're trying to keep our gun rights, right? Okay, no big deal. That's a very important issue. But when you got some teenager out there that says, I want a gun right, it's got an elephant gun on his back, says, I should have the right to carry this elephant gun for protection. Every single one of you are going to walk by him and look at him like, by the time that you ever even get a chance to even get that weapon off of your back to protect yourself, you're going to be beaten to the ground with it. So we have to use common sense. We have to be polite to people and nice to people. We have to use our heads before we use our muscles or weapons. We have to use common sense. We have to use common courtesy. And we have to just go out there and be happy. First, the happiness needs to start with us. Then we got to spread it around. You got to smile at people. You got to shake their hands. You got to let them know that they matter. If you're working somewhere, now I believe in what I do. And I'm good at what I do, but I believe in it because I've helped so many people. Whatever you're doing, you need to believe in it also. And as long as you're helping people or doing good by other people, you know, I don't care if it's working on a paint line in a factory or if you're shoveling kitty litter for a living. as long as you're doing good and you're happy and you're making a difference, as long as whatever it is you're doing complements who you are and puts food on the table for your family, or if you're going to church every day, if you're going to synagogue, you're going to, I don't know, but as long as you're happy, then spread that happiness and do it with others too. Just smile at them, say thank you, say how you doing. Learn about people. Don't judge them. Learn about them. Anyway, tonight I've got to get going. I've got a thing here in a minute. So anyway, I want to tell you all, God bless. You guys are all in my prayers. Keep those men and women that are out there pouring down salt and all the cops and police officers in your prayers also, okay? Alright, quick prayer. In the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for sinners now at the hour of death. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Alright, for all you got kids at home, read to your kids tonight. They don't have school. Read to them. Dance with them in the hallway. I don't care. Do something fun and crazy with them. Have a great time. Hug and kiss your family members. Let them know you love them. Let them know you care. My name is Jansen. I hope you all have a beautiful night. I will talk to you guys soon. God bless each one of you guys. And if you need anything at all, make sure to ask. Have a good one, everybody.